Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Ethan had been driving for hours through the dense woods, seeking a shortcut home. The road was deserted, swallowed by darkness, save for the occasional flicker of moonlight piercing through the thick canopy. He'd been enjoying the solitude when suddenly his car sputtered and came to a shuddering stop. The dashboard lights flickered off, leaving him enveloped in an eerie silence. The radio crackled to life, emitting a faint, ghostly melody, a lullaby from an old station he didn't recognize. Ethan tried restarting the engine, but it was futile. He sighed, grabbed his flashlight, and stepped out of the vehicle, the beam of light dancing over the underbrush. As he walked to the front of the car, he heard a soft, mournful whisper carried by the wind. He froze. The whispering grew louder, more distinct, like an old woman humming a lullaby. Ethan shivered but dismissed it as his imagination. He popped the hood and inspected the engine, but everything appeared intact. The whispers continued, now accompanied by a faint figure emerging from the woods. The figure, a woman dressed in a tattered white dress, seemed to float rather than walk. Her face was hidden beneath a veil of long, dark hair. Ethan's heart raced as the figure drew closer, the lullaby growing clearer. It was a haunting melody, a song of sorrow. The woman's eyes, once obscured, suddenly met his. They were hollow and empty, like two dark voids. "Are you lost?" Ethan's voice trembled, but there was no response. The woman extended a translucent hand towards him, her fingers barely grazing the air. The whispering grew more frantic, as if pleading for something. A chill enveloped Ethan. His flashlight flickered and dimmed. The car's radio, which had been silent, crackled back to life, now blaring the same mournful lullaby. He turned to see the woman's spectral figure moving closer, her face now visible, a ghostly visage marred by despair. He realized that the woman was not just lost, she was seeking something, someone. Ethan's breath quickened as the realization dawned upon him. This was no ordinary ghost. It was a spirit trapped in an eternal search, repeating the same haunting melody in the hope of finding peace. Desperate, Ethan glanced around for anything that could help. His eyes landed on a small, weathered sign near the road that had been obscured by the brush. As he approached, he saw it read, "Carter's Hollow, 1932. A wave of history washed over him. Carter's Hollow was known for its tragic tale, a woman who lost her child in a car accident decades ago and had never been seen again. Ethan's heart sank as he realized that this was her, the bereaved mother eternally searching for her lost child. Summoning his courage, Ethan spoke softly. "I'm here to help. How can I help you find peace?" The ghostly figure's sorrowful eyes seemed to soften. The lullaby's melody grew faint, as if acknowledging his offer. With a final, sorrowful glance, the woman began to fade, her figure slowly dissolving into the night. As she vanished, the car's engine roared back to life. Ethan watched as the ghostly figure disappeared into the darkness. He quickly got back in his car, drove away, and glanced in the rearview mirror. The road was empty and the radio fell silent. Ethan never took that shortcut again, but he often thought of that night. Sometimes he'd hear a distant lullaby carried by the wind and wonder if the woman had finally found her peace. Good night, everyone.